Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Today I have another video in my mental health series, and I wanted to do something like this for a while, and it is a bipolar living with mental illness Q&A. I asked my girls over at the Geeks and Beauties, and they supplied me with some really good questions. Remember, I am not a medical professional. I am only speaking from my point of view and my life experiences. If you need help, there are many numbers out there. Or if you just want to research something, go for it. But I'm going to answer these to my best ability. So, let's start. And I need my glasses, so let's go. Some of these I'm gonna do out of order, not like in line, because it makes more sense. People know. Michelle asked, what is bipolar disorder and how does it affect your day-to-day life? Bipolar disorder is, you think of a flat surface and you think of a wavy pattern like this. And there's a high, and then the valleys are the lows. The highs are mania, the lows are depression. And those peaks and valleys can go this way, where your mania only lasts a little bit and straight down into depression. Or it could be expanded, where you feel depression for so much longer than you do mania. And mania is this sensation. Some feel euphoric, some feel high, some feel unstoppable. And when I get mania, it's usually, I get really, it's weird. I get really rattled, and I start cleaning everything, and my head just won't turn off, and I have to do everything right then, there, now. Depression is very sad. I have more depressed periods than I have manic periods, and they just last a long time, where I'm just sad and paranoid and my diagnosis is bipolar 1 with schizoaffective disorder. And what that means is, during my case, I have psychoses. And it's scary because people think of the word psychotic as a scary word. And it just has a meaning of not so normal things. Sometimes I can't pinpoint it, but it's not that you're not normal, you're not crazy. You just have things happen to your head because of this chemical imbalance. Bipolar disorder is a chemical imbalance in your brain that causes all these things to happen. Affects my day-to-day life dearly. I cannot have a job because I wouldn't be able to go in some days. Because if I'm that depressed or that manic, I wouldn't be able to do a job. And I push people away. It's just, you either push people away or don't do anything and can get catatonic at times. Speaking of catatonic, Mona's sniffing around over there. But yeah, that's what bipolar is and how it affects my day-to-day life. Let's go. Kitty asked, as a fellow bipolar, I would like to know if you're bipolar 1 or bipolar 2. I am bipolar 1. When did you first find out you were bipolar? I was not diagnosed properly until I was 20 years old. I'm 35 now. Everything started when I was 16 years old. So there's a big gap in there. There was one someone else had. Flory asked, when were you diagnosed, and do you feel were you diagnosed in a timely manner? No, I was not diagnosed in a timely manner. Not much back then. It was like the late 90s. Not much was known about bipolar disorder, and I've had very, very bad experiences when it comes to psychologists. And the first guy I ever went to told my mom I was crazy, that I was making things up for attention because I was a teenager, and that was not the case. Thankfully, my mom agreed I would not make this up. So that's how my thing started out. Alright, I'm gonna start at the top now. Vonda asked, what do you do when you have a manic episode, if you've ever had them? And do you get these spells where you feel weird, like something doesn't feel right? If you do, how do you handle it? First off, when I have a manic episode, it's usually the whole cleaning thing, and I handle it by just cleaning and staying awake. I know some people don't have the liberty of doing that, but that's what happens. Do I ever feel these spells where I'm weird, like something doesn't feel right? Yes, I do. It feels like you're watching yourself outside of your body, and your body's just this shell going through emotions. I think it's called disattachment, and that's how I get sometimes, and it can be scary, and I just look around and go through the motions, and there's nothing I can really do to stop it. No, not like I can't stop it, but the best thing to do is to just take deep breaths and lay in bed and try to wait for it to pass. Okay. Amnea asked, which is harder for you, the highs or the lows? The lows are harder, because they're more frequent, and they're just harder. I can't explain how. They just are. 2, how manic have you gotten, and what was the most disturbing or crazy thing you do while manic? I don't do anything that crazy, except I clean the whole fucking kitchen and move stuff and try to do cleaning things that I can do without waking someone up, or if I need to try to focus, I'll color. So yeah. 3, what do you do for yourself that is not medicine to help when you are depressed or manic? Usually music. Music has helped me since I was undiagnosed. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and it kind of chills me out some. Doesn't always work, but I think it is the best tool that I have. And sometimes, online shop, but that might be an addiction in itself. I wouldn't particularly say it's because I'm manic. Okay, Lindsay asked, a close family member of mine has bipolar disorder, and it's tough because they are mean when low. I'm struggling to maintain my relationship with them, but would love any tips or suggestions. I really love and want to help this person. When someone near you has it, sometimes the best thing is giving them space. That might just be me, but I know if I'm having a hard time, sometimes I just want to be left alone. I want to deal with it in my own way, but you can be nice, and you always do you get more bees with honey. You get more bees with sugar than vinegar, and you just be a nice person because that's who you are. And yeah, they're mean, but you have to remember that meanness comes from a place of hurt, probably, and not just a place of hurt. It's, like I've stated before, a chemical imbalance, and they can't help being mean sometimes. Like, that's just, maybe it's one of their coping mechanisms to, like, push people away or to be mean to someone so that they do go away. So I wish you luck. If I could think of anything else, I'll tell you. Okay. Layla asked, as a mental health professional, I love this. It's important to break the stigma. My most important 3 questions to anyone. 1. Do you have a good support system? Yes, I do. My mom, Katie, and my sister are here to always help me if something were to go awry, I guess you put it. And I have some friends that I could talk to about the situation. I have a new doctor who is helping me through it. So I do have that system. Do you have access to and take your meds? Yes, I do have access to my medication a lot of people are against, I don't know a lot, but people are like, oh no, psych meds, you don't need them. And it's like, yeah, you do. You need them. Because it's like an imbalance. You're not going to unbalance, you're not going to fix it with nothing. It just irks me when people don't understand that or consider medication, because it helps. And you have to take them. You can't skip a day and think you're better. Or I've seen it destroy people. I've seen it destroy families. You have to be consistent. I also get, I'm on Medicare because with my bipolar, I'm considered disabled and can't work. I get help with getting my medications, because if I didn't have help, they are very expensive. Yeah. And the last one is, what is your strategy to deal with the depression, manic episodes such as therapy, meditation, or distraction? Music, like I said before, that's the only strategy I have, is to lay back, put some earphones on, and chill. Especially, if there's, I'm having a really hard time falling asleep, I'll put on this bluegrass album I love by Nickel Creek. Not Nickelback. Nickel Creek. And that kind of mellows me out. I try to deal with the episodes as best I can, because it's tough sometimes when you're struggling with other problems. Kimberly asked, what are some of your triggers? Um, I don't have many, but I do like certain dates, like anniversaries of people's death, or some like specific dates of things, or months, or songs that will make me feel crazy. That triggers me. And that is the end of this Q&A. It was long. And thank you for sticking with me and dealing with this crappy position because I had to use the screen to read. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you have any more questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'm going to try to find their channels for the ones I don't know to link down in the description so you can check out their channels, and leave the link to the Geeks and Beauties group. They're a fun, supportive bunch. Bye.